Simon, when we spoke earlier on in the week, we talked about how quickly your side has bounced back from defeats this last couple of years. Sadly for you, you've got to do it again now this Saturday.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was, after the Salford game, quite easy to look at the positive sides of it, because from an attacking sense we were very, very threatening throughout. We bounced back against Maidenhead, and to be fair, the lads were top class in difficult trying conditions at Maidenhead, and we created many opportunities to score 3, another good away performance. Solihull traditionally is a hard place to go. We're not the only team to have not really performed there. It was a quiet kind of atmosphere, a bit flat, but that's no excuse. You know, we were poor on the night, and they deserved the points. But we've got to bounce back. It's as simple as that. You've mentioned already, we're renowned for bouncing back, and I'm sure the lads will do again.
And in a way, because your side have been so successful and so consistent this last couple of years, can you just sort of brush off that one game on Tuesday night?
Well, I think we should be capable of that, because if you look back, we probably underperformed at Wrexham in the FA Cup and underperformed at Solihull the other night. So that's 2 games in 20 odd. There's not many teams in the land that go right through and it's plain sailing for everyone. We were just under par, but it's not like that. We know that all these lads are capable, and it's just right, step it up again, and show your real capabilities.
After those 3 games on the road in a week, you're now back here at home, which I'm so pleased about.
Well, yeah, we've got a good away record, we've got a good home record, so wherever we play, yeah, we like our surface, because it gives us every reason to pass the ball, and that's when we're at our best. There's been no directive just to launch it in the air. From start to finish, you have to earn the right at this level, because there's 22 fit, hungry animals out there. So once you get the territory, then as much as possible, play to our strength by moving it quickly, and this is a great surface to play on.
You played an Aldershot team that you went down there to their place earlier in the season, and you got a really good result.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did. We performed well, and we were on a good run. And they've got a very experienced manager that's promotion from this level. He's a good guy as well. He knows our strengths, we know theirs, and hopefully we can come away with 3 points.
Are you a little bit surprised at their inconsistencies this year after the great season they had the last couple of years?
I think it's been a little bit unfortunate having lost a couple of players, and last weekend they couldn't fill a bench, so he's been unlucky. And if you're unlucky as a manager like that, it's your hands are tied a bit. But the same Reece Grant recently, they've got some talent in there, so you can't take it for granted that just because they lost last week that it's a given. Every game is proven to be tough at this level. We're overjoyed that we're third, so we're optimistic and positive about the outcome before each game, but we've got to carry it out with all the effort that you need to win a game.
How are your players? How's Liam Kitchen in particular?
Should be okay, and that'll give us a good balance back. It's okay for people to fill in other positions, out of position for 1 or 2 games, but any more than that is very testing. But I think Warren is one player in the league, that is so versatile that he can play very well wherever. But he hasn't sulked at all. He's done a great job, but he'll be probably delighted to be back either in the centre or on the right.
You talked in your post-match interview the other night that you may have to go into the transfer market at some point. Is that maybe put that on the back burner now that Liam might be fit again?
Well, there's no great rush, but I think we've had a look at a lad today in training. He performed well. It's always good to keep all eyes and ears open, just in case you land on one, and invariably you get injuries and knocks to players, so you have to cover it, especially with all the the games coming up.
And you've been here for such a long time. You've been through some highs, quite a few lows. Are you noticing a difference in how easy it maybe is to get players to come or to be interested in joining Harrogate Town now to maybe what it was 2 or 3 years ago?
Well, I think it's going to be more enticing joining a team in the top part of the National League as opposed to scrapping your way mid-table in the National League North. It's more appealing for low-league clubs to be able to attract good, strong enough under 23s, because other than that, there are quite a few clubs out there ready to loan you a player, but they're not ready. So.
And we know at this time of year, lots of distractions on a Saturday afternoon, but I'm sure you'd love as many people to get on here as possible.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we're proven to be a good enough distraction to be appealing for people to come and watch. We're in the top three. We want to entertain as well as win, and we'll be giving it our all. But it's coming towards Christmas. You can't demand it, can you? It's up to people, but hopefully people will come and support us.
And important to get 3 points when you know you're going to have a fortnight's break from league action, the FA Trophy next week too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we want to end on a good note before that trophy game. But all really good, different games coming up, and it's great. Aldershot a couple of years ago, we thought we were playing Aldershot at home. It's great. We're not starry-eyed, and we're very much in the moment. And the other night, just the players after, and it's they've got to really believe it again. And there's tests every week, and Solihull haven't conceded in something like 6 games. We couldn't prize them open, which is disappointing because we pride ourselves on attacking play. But there's always a point to prove in this game. You quickly judged. People were disappointed the other night, but obviously we were, because I think we're an honest bunch and not in denial. We'll be aiming to please everyone involved on Saturday.